Alright gamers, we're back. You're here with the SoloGamer. We're still playing Touch of Evil against the Gargoyle. And it's Harlow's turn. Now remember last round, Harlow became possessed. And basically what that means is you gain the keyword demon. At the end of each mystery phase, move to a random location. If there's another hero there, you must engage in a single fight round against them. If they are KO'd, transfer possessed to them. Curses may be cured at the doctor's office. So it's going to put a little crimp in Harlow here. So in order for him to move, he has to pick a random location, and we're going to pick the covered bridge. So he goes to the covered bridge all the way over here. And roll die 6. And he got a 2, so he has to draw a mystery card. Now it's looking like this is where things are going to start going bad. Kind of knew it. These roads aren't safe. Roll once on the villain's minion chart. The player who drew this card chooses an empty space on the board to place that minion. You move the shadow track one step closer to darkness. Okay. Alright, let's move the shadow track here. It's at 17. So if it crosses this line, the Gargoyle, he's going to gain a +2 wound marker. That means and he goes up from 7 to 9 wounds it takes to kill him. And we're going to roll once on the advanced cooperative mystery chart. Now there's something I forgot to tell you. On the wounds, you take the base wounds like the Gargoyle. He has 7. We have 3 players. So you multiply that 7 times 3, which comes out to 21. So it takes 21 wounds to kill him. And now if he moves over, he's going to get a +2, so that'll be 23 wounds to kill him. So if you were playing solo with one player, it would just take 7 wounds to kill him. So you just multiply that number of wounds times the number of players, and you get how many wounds it takes to kill him. So let's see what minion he pulls up. He pulls up a... Keep rolling, keep rolling. Jeez. A 2. A living statue. So at least he gets to choose where to put the damn thing. I say we put it way the hell over here out of the way. Alright, now it's going to be Katrina's turn. She rolls a 6. Let's see here. She's here. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, 4. Alright, now we have our first combat. Whenever you enter a space with a monster, you have to stop at that space. So let's say if the Gargoyle was, the Grotesque, I'm sorry, was there, and she was trying to get to the lighthouse, she'd have to stop in that space and fight the monster, and that would be her turn. But the monster's here at the lighthouse, so she's going to fight the monster at the lighthouse. Before she can encounter the lighthouse, she has to beat this monster. So, she has a combat of 2. And the Grotesque has a fight of 3. It has 1 wound, but remember, she has to hit a 6 to hit that thing. So, let's see what she can do. Come on, 6. Oh, yes! Lucky 6. So she kills it. But it does get its turn. And it hit her 1 time. So, she takes another wound. She has 2 now. She killed this thing. Now, unlike Arkham Horror, you don't get to keep it as a trophy. You just put it back in its little stack here. And she does get, though, 4 investigation for beating it. So we're going to give her 4 investigation. Alright. And now she can have the encounter at the lighthouse. Alright. Tendrils of the Kraken. Well, that's terrible. Make a Spirit 6+ test and gain 3 investigation for every 6+ rolled. If you failed, you're immediately attacked by the Kraken. Okay, well, that's not good. She has a 2 for Spirit. Yeah. Alright, let's hope for another lucky 6. Come on. That's terrible. So now she's going to get attacked by the Kraken. So let's go get the Kraken card and have her attack the thing. Okay, so we have the Kraken here on the board, and this thing came with the coast. It says the Kraken does not have a fixed number of wounds. Instead, Each hit done to the Kraken gains 1 investigation to the hero. To escape, a hero must first pass an Honor 6+ test. At the end of each fight round, the hero must roll die 6 and consult the chart below. Add +1 to the roll if you did more hits to the Kraken than it did to you. Continue fighting until KO'd or the Kraken retreats. Alright. Where it says to escape, a hero must first pass an Honor 6+ test. Normally when you fight a monster, if you don't beat it in that fight round, let's say she was fighting this living statue right here and she didn't beat it after the first fight round, then you can automatically retreat and just move 1 space away. But you can't do that with the Kraken. So she's going to try to attack the Kraken. And let's see here. She has a combat of 2. And she misses totally. So the Kraken gets to attack and has a combat of 4. Oops. I'm bored there. So, get that fixed. So it takes 4 dice. And it hits her twice. No, it don't. It hit her once, I'm sorry. So she takes another wound. 1 more wound and she's KO'd. But she can try to escape now. And she has to make an Honor 6+ test. She has 6 on her Honor, so hopefully we'll get lucky and she'll be able to try to escape. And she did. Just got it right there. Whew. So she can escape. So we're going to move her 1 space away and say all the Kraken bye-bye. Ooh. Now, she's hurt pretty good, so she needs to eventually go someplace to heal. She can heal here at the beach, but there's a living statue there. Or she can go back to the doctor's office over here and try to heal. Alright. And now it is Maria's turn. She rolls a 4. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Tell you what, she'll go to the inn. Before encountering, gain 2 investigation or heal 1 wound. She's not wounded, so she'll gain 2 investigation. And she will have an encounter at the inn. So we're going to pick a card from the inn here. +1 spirit. The Cross of Candor. That's not bad. And now it is the mystery phase. Let's start by moving. Now this living statue here goes to the town square because they're going to move 1 space towards it. This thing's going to go to the manor here. Now that brings up an interesting question. We're fixing to move the grotesque, so it's not going to be a problem. But let's say the grotesque weren't to move. There can only be 1 monster in each space. So the living statue would have moved the grotesque 1 away from it. You can never have 2 monsters in 1 space. So let's move the grotesque here, and that one right there, he's going to go to the inn. Well, he just ambushed old girl here, so she's going to have to fight him. And let's see here. We only have 1 other one, and he's moving to the shipwreck. So we'll take him, and he goes all the way over here to the shipwreck. And now Maria's going to have to fight. And we still haven't even really done the mystery phase here. Alright. Now Maria has a combat of 2. She's -1 combat. And she's got to get a 6 to hit him. She does not hit him. This thing has a fight dice of 3. And it misses. So Maria can now retreat, and that's what she's going to do. She's going to retreat and move 1 space over here. And now we're going to draw a mystery card. Murder! Crap. The villain has struck again. Place 3 investigation on the board at a random location. Move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play this card right here, this event card. You can play event cards at any time. Play to prevent 1 source from moving the shadow track. So we're not going to move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness. We're going to discard that card. We are going to pick a random location though, which is the blacksmith, and we're going to put that investigation there. Alright. Now, the gargoyle has a special thing anytime a murder card is played, and it says, anytime the mystery card murder is played, roll a dice 6. On a roll of 4+, put a living statue at that same random location. So we roll, and we got a 6, so we are going to put a living statue at the blacksmith place. And now it is Katrina's turn. Well, she can heal over here at the beach, so she may go there. She gives a 1, so she's not going there. Alright, she got a 1. Draw an event card. Play immediately. Play this card on any hero. That hero immediately gains +1 honor marker. Well, we're going to give it to... let's give it to Maria. So Maria is going to get a +1 honor marker here. So let's find a honor marker. Here we go. So now she has a +1 honor. And now it is Harlow. Remember, he's possessed, so he has to pick a lair card, and he goes to the monastery. So he's all the way over here, and he has to pick a monastery card. And he gets the Hand of Glory. That's a +1 cunning. Okay. And you know what? He may buy something again. He's got plenty of investigation. So let's take a look and see what he might can buy. A flail. Ooh, +2 to combat. You know what? I think we're automatically going to do that. Now that item counts as 2 items against your carrying limit. So he has the store item of the vial of holy water and the flail. That would make 3, since that counts as 2. So he could no longer buy any more items at either the blacksmith, the monastery, or at the village store. He can't carry anymore unless he gets a card that lets him. He can still carry items, 1 each from each corner location, but he can no longer have store items. So he's going to buy this. It gives him a +2 to combat. It's going to cost 7 investigation. So we'll pay the 7 investigation. And that's good. Okay. And now it is, well, that's the end of that turn. We're going to take the first player token and give it to Maria. And let's, that living statue's not going to move, but this one is. He moves to the town hall, and this one moves 1 to the town hall. And let's move these grotesque. One's going to the north dock. So this one goes here. And that one over there is going to go to the fields. So he goes over here to the fields. And now we draw a mystery card. Draw a random location and place a haunted marker there. Move the shadow track 1 step closer to darkness. Okay. A haunted marker. Alright, this is obviously from the coast. And we're going to take this haunted marker here. You see it says haunted. And we're going to draw a random location. And that's going to be the windmill. So we're going to put this haunted marker at the windmill. And what that means is if you go to the windmill, you roll a die. And if you roll a 1 at that point, then you would encounter the ghost from the haunting deck. See, there's a deck here called Haunted. And you would encounter a ghost from that and have to fight it. And now, since we have to move the shadow track, we will move it 1 step closer to darkness. And it comes over here. So we're going to give the old gargoyle here his +2 wound marker. Put that there. And now we have to roll on the chart here, the mystery phase chart, because we just crossed that line. So we take 2 dice. And I got a 6. And we look at some March of Darkness. Every minion on the board immediately moves 2 spaces along the shortest path to Town Hall if there are no minions on the board. Okay. So, we're going to start here. So he moves 2. He moves to there. Now this thing moves to the monastery. And old Harlow's going to have to end up fighting him. So now Harlow has a combat of 3. And he totally did not get it. And now this monster attacks him. And he got missed. But Harlow can now retreat, and he's going to move here. Okay. And now it is Maria's turn. She rolled a die. 3. 1, 2, 3. And now it is Harlow's turn, and he's possessed the manor. So he's got to go all the way to the manor. And there's another grotesque there, so he's going to have to fight again. Alright. He missed. And then he got popped once. So he takes a wound. He will retreat. And he has no encounter now at that manor place. Which, depending on what card you draw, could have been good or bad. And now it is Katrina's turn. She needs to heal. Well, that's another 1. Okay. Alright, so first she's going to draw a vent card. Play as an action while at the doctor's office, and only if there's at least one town elder dead, gain die 6 investigation. Okay. Alright, first thing she has to do is draw a village encounter. So she's going to draw a village encounter. You may not interact with this space any further this turn. Well, that sucks because now she can't heal. So she had her village encounter. She can't heal. That kind of blows. And now it is, we're going to move the first player marker back to Harlow. And it is the bad guy's turn. That's at Town Hall. These are going to stay. So we got to move these grotesque here. And we got to move one to the abandoned keep. Oops. And we move the other one to Town Hall. Well, since there's a monster there, we just got to move it to the side, and we'll move it to the doctor's office. And now we draw a mystery card. The player that drew this card must immediately choose one of the following. That will be Harlow. Sacrifice one ally. He doesn't have one. Choose one town elder for the villain to kill. No, I don't think so. Or take die 3 wounds. Well, he's going to take die 3 wounds in. He's going to roll. Shit. Of course, I would roll a 5 and take 5 wounds. Alright. Take 3 wounds. He took 3 wounds. He is KO'd. By being KO'd, he moves to the town hall. Now, there's a monster at the town hall. Well, we'll get to that in a second. First things first, he's healed. But there is a penalty that he has to pay for being KO'd. And you roll a die. 1. So that means he has to either lose 1 investigation or 1 item. And in this choice, we'll take it 1 investigation. If he had rolled a 6, he'd have to lose 6 investigation or 6 items or a combination of both. But since he rolled a 1, he got lucky. Now, he's at the town hall, and there's a living statue at that town hall. If you're KO'd, there's some confusion, I guess, a little bit on that. If you're KO'd and you get knocked to town hall and there's a monster there, what do you do? Well, the way I play it is I can go ahead and retreat 1 and don't have any encounter at that space, and then I get to move like I normally would in my next turn. That's the way I play it. It's kind of simple. It's, I mean, it's otherwise you could sit there the whole time and just get wounded and wounded and wounded and wounded on that end. So things are still kind of, I guess, fairly even. Harlow's going to still be possessed. Katrina's building up some money, though. I'd like to get her healed. I don't want her to KO'd. And Maria's still got to try to go to the shipwreck. So join me next time, and we're going to continue this game of A Touch of Evil versus the Gargoyle. Bye.